Hello, welcome to my lifestyle chav channel. So basically, when I was a little girl, when I was really little, sometime I was really young, really little girl, I had a really tight, my asshole, it was really tight. And because my asshole, it was so tight, and I used to have to go for a shift to the toilet, it used to hurt. And I'm talking maybe about, I don't know how old I was, maybe 5, 6. It used to, be painful because my asshole was so tight. And, so it was a lot of pain for me to go for number 2. And so because of that, I really never used to like going to the toilet. And it had nothing to do with the food that my mum and dad were giving me, or it was nothing to do with that I wasn't eating enough fruit and fibre, or not drinking enough water, or anything, anything like that. It was nothing to do with this. It was just because of the structure of my anus, my ass was that tight. It was hard for me to go to the toilet. Because my mum, she was a nurse in the hospital, and my mother, she looked after me very well. Yeah, she fed me very well, and she knew what healthy eating was. So it was absolutely nothing to do with my diet, or anything to do with like being poor, or being on a poor diet, or the fact that my mum and dad didn't know how to like feed me properly or treat me properly or anything like that. In fact, I had a very extremely good childhood. I was looked after very well by my mother and my father, and I grew up with older brother and sister, my younger brother, and there's 4 of us. Nice household. I had a very good, nice, sweet childhood, so it was nothing to do with that. It was nothing to do with like me having like a bad childhood or anything like that. I just literally had, my asshole was literally this tight, and because it was tight so badly, it used to hurt. I used to have to go to the toilet. So I never used to like going to the toilet, so I used to hold it in. And because of that, over time, I developed constipation, and I even used to have to like take medicine. I used to have to drink medicine because I used to have constipation, basically really badly. So I don't know what it is, but with me, just since I've been so knee height, I've just always had like issues, with that area. And again, I think maybe because I'm Cancerian, and Canceria, it rules. The part of body that it rules is the bowels and the stomach. So I think maybe this is just, again, it's part of my tikkun, Jewish word, it's part of my karma. It's just part of like my karma, or if you're Jewish, part of my tikkun. I think that's basically what it is, why I have these issues. But it's like just been like ongoing issues that I've always had for these areas, my bowels and my tummy. I've just always like had tummy and bowel issues. So as I got older, when I got into my teens, I developed piles, or what you call haemmorroids, or piles. And when I was at school, I was supposed to go to the hospital to get them cauterized, to get them removed. But I don't know, for some reason I didn't get them removed at that time. I think I was just scared or something, or I missed the appointment or something. So I was actually like in my 20s by the time I went to hospital, and had my piles, had my haemmorroids removed. In the hospital, I had surgery to get them removed. And when I had the surgery to get them removed, I nearly bled to death. Basically, I lost 4 pints of blood. But lo and behold, I'm still here to tell the tale. Happy days. So why am I saying all of this? And so basically, when I had that surgery, it basically changed the shape of my anus. And I don't know what it is, but from that time onwards, I just like ended up like using, because I like to be clean, and I like my asshole to be clean, so I just ended up using like excessive toilet roll. And so I don't know what it is, but with me, I just have this thing with like, I just have this thing with like, on occasion, every now and again, like when I go to the toilet, I end up blocking the toilet. And the reason why I'm doing this live right now is because basically, I was having conversations with a significant other yesterday because of this issue. because this significant other, he can be quite a bastard. But I do appreciate the fact that, and I even said it to him, you know what, I really appreciate, you know, the time that he spent unblocking the toilet, because not really, especially this day and age, not many men would do this, you know, for a woman, like spend that amount of time unblocking the toilet. Because basically my son, on a few occasions, he's like blocking the toilet as well, because he's just, partly because he's got the same kind of issue, so he's just like excessively using too much toilet roll, but also because he just keeps being a kid, and he keeps getting the toilet roll and reeling it off the toilet cardboard roll, getting loads of it, putting water on it, making his own snowflakes, and then throwing the tissue toilet roll paper at me. Yeah, making his own snowflakes, whatever he's doing. So I got a load of it, a bunch of it, about a week ago, a bunch of it, and put it down the toilet. It ended up blocking the flipping toilet. So I've just been having words, yeah, as I said, with my significant other about this issue. Yeah, and yesterday he said to me, you know what, Marcia, he's always telling me I shouldn't be going on TikTok, I shouldn't be doing TikTok lives because I'm not funny. I said to him, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be a comedian, you know. He says, you know what, if you want to do TikTok live, why don't you go on there and tell them about the toilet issue that you have got going, and this and that, I thought, you know what, that's exactly what I will do then. So basically, this is the issue, right? We was having this conversation. He said, you know what, Marcia, when you're on your monthlies, when it's your period and this and that, you using your press-on towels, you know, and those face wipes that you use. You get some of them that are biodegradable and some of them are not biodegradable, and they always tell you, you know, they say, don't put these face wipes down the toilet because they will block the toilet. And they say your press-on towels, don't put them down the toilet. So this person I was having conversations with, this is what he was saying yesterday, when you're on, you know, when you're having your time of the month, your press-on towels, put them in like a plastic bag or something and put them in the bin. He says don't put them down the toilet. And also those face wipes that you, because I don't know what they make them out of, but the material, it's not good for going down the toilet. And the ones that are non-biodegradable, I don't know what they make them out of. I think they've got plastic in them or something. Even though they're like tissue, I think microfibres of they've got plastic or something in them. You're not really supposed to put them down the toilet. I said to him, listen, I'm not going to be putting my press-on towels in the bin. I don't want to do that. He says, well, who are you? I said, listen, this is not my issue, okay? This is the issue for the king and queen of the country. Okay, this is the issue for the government. This is the issue for the politicians, okay? He says, well, who are you? You know, you're just little old masses, but who are you that the king and queen should be concerned if you need to take a big shit and use so much tissue paper to be blocking up the toilet? I said, well, you know what? It's not my problem. I said, you know what? I said, I'm the Queen of Egypt. I said to him like this. He says, who are you? I said, I'm the Queen of Egypt. Okay, and if I don't want to be putting my press-on towels down the toilet, if I don't want to be putting my press-on towels in the bin, okay, then if I don't want to do that, I don't have to do that. Okay, because I do what I want. I'm the Queen of Egypt. Okay, I do what I want to do. Okay, and the reason I'm very skeptical of items that I put in the garbage, in the rubbish, because there's a lot of strange people around this day and age. We're in 2025, okay? Last couple of days I've been doing Bible scripture readings on my lives, talking about the last days, and how people it's just become so weird, so narcissistic, so abusive, just so strange. There's a lot of strange people around these days. There's a lot of strange men around these days. So I don't want to be putting items in the garbage to know some freak weirdo. I don't know what some freak weirdo, at 12 o'clock midnight or 3 a.m. in the morning, what they're going to be doing, what they're going to be rummaging through, for what purposes, I've got no idea, to be finding items with my bodily fluids and my bodily items on them. Because there's some really freaky, weird, creeped out freaky people around these days. So, as I said to him, I'm Queen of Egypt. If I don't want to be putting my press-on towels, in garbage, I don't have to, It's not my issue. Now, this is an issue for the government. This issue for King, Queen of England, that they need to come up with better solutions for sanitisation, better sanitation and sewerage systems. It says, who are you that, it says, what have you ever done for England like this? I said, it's not about what I've ever done for England. I said, right now, okay, I'm a genius. I've just